YouTube world. My name is Don, and this is an introduction to my new channel. The name of the channel is called Noteworthy, and what I intend to do over the next few weeks and months is to highlight tips, tricks, accessories, and better ways to use your Samsung Note 4. And really that's the star of the program. Let me just give you a little background of where I came from and how I ended up with a Note series. I've used every iPhone probably since the start through the 5 series and enjoyed them. I've got 2 sons that work for Apple, and I think they're a great company. They make great products. But about a few years ago, I ended up looking into and buying a Note 2. And what originally drew me to the Note series was its size. And I thought maybe it could bridge the gap between tablets and phones and do away with one more device that I was carrying around. At the time it was an iPad. And to a large extent it has done that. This phone is an amazing phone. It's got a great display. The size is decent. And I find myself going to it more and more and more. And the more I use it, the more I enjoy it. It has bridged that gap, although I still do use a tablet from time to time. But it really is an amazing device. It's got some potential that most people don't ever fully realize, and really that's the intent and the reason I'm doing this. There have been other channels like this in the past, and one that I really enjoyed has gone away, and so I felt the need to bring this kind of format back into a YouTube channel. So hopefully it'll be productive, it'll be informative, it'll teach some people out there better ways to use their Note and to be more productive with it. And I hope that it gathers some steam and people find it useful, and that's really the reasoning behind it. So just a small introduction. Now today, let me just tell you the first program that we're going to do, I'm going to focus on some charging aspects of the phone. Now it has this fast charging adaptive chargers that some of the phones have come out with lately with the new processors, and really they work quite well. The batteries haven't, in my mind, haven't advanced as fast as the other technology for smartphones have. So this fast technology, this fast charging technology that's come out over the past year is, to me, a big advancement, and it's helped in a lot of ways. Because batteries just don't last. If you're a user, I don't care what phone it is, it be an iPhone or a Samsung phone or an LG phone or whatever the phone, even the best of the batteries, if you're a heavy user and you've got a lot of on-screen time, you're going to battle with battery a little bit. It's just the way that it is. So this adaptive charging, this fast charging, I've found ways to help me be more productive and not really have to worry much about batteries. So that will be what we'll look into today, some wireless charging, some options to do on the road, and I think it'll be helpful. So we'll go from there. Okay, the first thing that we're going to talk about, I guess wireless charging has become kind of a thing lately. And the S6 and the S6 Edge have come out with wireless charging all built in, and some other phones have done the same. And so it's kind of, I guess it's cool, and it's probably nice not to have to worry about plugging things in. So I started looking into it as far as a Note 4, and I knew that there were options to be able to convert this into a wireless charging unit. And so I didn't want to spend a lot of money because I wasn't really sure how much I would use this wireless charging. I guess it's convenient to have it by your bedstand and just lay this on top of it at night and let it do its thing. We are a society that has become fairly inept at wanting to work, I guess is the best way to put it. So whatever's easier we like. Anyway, long story short, I started looking into ways to convert my phone into a wireless charging unit. And so I looked up on Amazon and started reading some reviews about some of these units. Now this here is the charging pad. It's a Q or a Key or a Qi or whatever you want to call it, a QI charging pad. It's small, it's light, Basically, it has one LED light here that will light green when it's charging and red when it's not. I don't even have it plugged in right now, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. And I got it on Amazon, and I'll include the link in the description for about $9. Again, I didn't want to spend a lot of money. And then this is the wireless charging receiver that hooks into the back of the Note, and I'll show you how that goes on. But again, this was about $9. Again, didn't want to spend a lot of money. I ordered these. They were both off Amazon, and they were both Prime eligible, so they came in a couple of days. And I've unboxed them, and I've pulled them out here, and we'll see how they work. So we'll go from here, and we'll show you how to set this system up, and we'll look at the wireless charging on the Note 4. Okay, as I come back here, I've plugged in, as you can see, you can see the red LED light on right now, and it's red because there's nothing charging. And I'll show you how this wireless charging receiver is installed. It's a very simple installation. I've already gone ahead and taken off the adhesive cover. There's some adhesive right here so that it'll stay in place. And basically you're just going to connect these contacts and these contacts with the contacts on the phone. And I'll show you how that is done. It's really simple. So you take off the back, and as I said, you've got these chargers here, these and these contacts that this needs to be hooked up with. And the adhesive is on the left side, so it doesn't go on the battery. So there's not going to be any problems if you have to take the battery out after doing this. So I'll set this down and just going to line up all of these contacts here and here. Make sure that they're contacted well. Press down on the adhesive strip. And really that's all there is to it. Sometimes you have to fiddle around with it. If it doesn't work the first time, take it off. And once you get these, if you want to take a little piece of tape and put it right here, you can, to keep those in place as well. But I just put my back on, and it seems to work. So with that on, now you have a wireless charger. So if we put this in, and it takes a, there you go. You put it back on there, and you heard the chime, and it's a wireless charger now. So I set this beside my bed, and at night I want to go to sleep, I put it on here, and it lights up. You can hear the tone when it's charging, and you can be sure that, because sometimes you do have to move this around to get it at the right spot, but once you find kind of its sweet spot, it's fairly easy to put it on there and get it to charge. So there it is. So now you have a wireless charger. And like I said, I spent less than $20 on this. Included the links below in the description. And so that's wireless charging for your Note 4. Okay, the last segment of this video, and to me really the most important, is about charging on the road. I mentioned earlier about the new fast adaptive charging, and it works great. Honestly, I can be at 20-30%, plug my phone into this fast adaptive charger, and in 20 minutes I'm well above 50%. I'm at 60%, 65%. I go to the gym in the morning and I use my phone a lot. I stream music with it. I'll take a few calls, return some texts, look at some emails, you know, show some friends some videos or whatever, and maybe I got to the gym and it's at 90%. By the time I leave in a couple hours, it's down to 65-70%. So it takes me about 20 minutes to drive from the gym to my home, and with a normal car charger, you know, I really wasn't getting that much of a charge. I was getting maybe 5-10%. And if I'm using the phone on these cheap little car chargers that plug into your cigarette lighter, sometimes I was losing percentage of my battery. So what I came up with, step one, was I started using one of these, which is a power inverter. It's an AC adapter or power inverter that you plug into your cigarette lighter, and then of course you can plug your charger into that and do it that way. Problem being, and it worked well, you know, I got about the same kind of charging that I got at home, obviously, because it's basically the same setup. But the problem was it's bulky, it's big, it's cumbersome, whatever you want to call it. It just, I mean, it was a solution and it worked, but it didn't work great. And plus, these things are kind of noisy. They have a little fan, internal fan in them, and it made noise. And while it worked, and my wife and I would take it on trips when we went on trips of 8 hours or more that we were driving, and we'd use it, and it worked great, but we're having to kind of switch back and forth from phones and tablets. She's got a tablet, I've got a tablet, she's got a phone, I've got a phone. And so, you know, while it worked, it was, like I say, a bit cumbersome, it was a little loud, and I just thought that there had to be a better way. So I started doing some research on car chargers, because really there had to be a better way. And I'm going to cut through everything and tell you that I did find something that is much, much better. Again, I'll include it in the link. Good old Amazon. I found this right here, and it's got a 4 charging port, and it's high output. I won't bore you with the number of ohms and watts and so forth. I'm just going to tell you that really this was a great and is a great solution. You plug it, of course, into your cigarette lighter, and then you have 4 ports. Now, each one of these ports has a select switch, so you can select it to be on or off. If you're only using one, you just turn one on. 2, you turn 2 on, and all 4, if you want, you can turn them all 4. But I was amazed at how well this did and didn't have a need for my fast adaptive charger in the car. So I plugged this in, and now I can have 2, 3, up to 4 devices, and it was almost as good as the solution with the power inverter and the fast charger. But it was much less cumbersome, and it even comes with, and I haven't installed it into my car, but it comes with a little 2-sided sticky tape on the back here so that you can actually mount it if you want to some way, however you plug it in and you mount it. And I haven't done that yet, but I have used it, and the results are very promising. I think I paid $14 for it on Amazon, and it really has proven to be a great addition to charging in the car. Again, I'm coming home from the gym, and it's about a 25-minute drive. I'm at 65-70%. I plug it into this thing, and by the time I get home in 20 minutes or so, it's I'm at 90% or higher. And so the same thing with my tablet on my Tab S, and it charges it really well. And the other thing I do is sometimes while I'm driving, and my wife is with me, she'll use the tablet to watch videos or do whatever. And so it's on a lot of the time. And before, with just a car charger and that Tab S, it would actually lose percentage as you're watching it. And I guess that's not really uncommon with the tablet. But now with this, she can keep up and add percentages to it. And tablets are slower. They don't have the fast charging technology anyway. But with this unit here, it really has done a great job to add to that. And so for travelers or for businessmen or for people that just want to get a little boost on the go, this really is a great unit. It puts out a lot of power, and for a 20-minute, 15-minute drive even, you can gain 20%. And it's a big help if you're driving along to, again, try to minimize that problem with the batteries. Even though these phones have great batteries and they last a long time, for traveling and for long times, this really is a great solution. Okay, so that's it. I hope you've learned something. I'm going to add one last tip to this video. This is kind of a funny thing, but I bought this little cradle here for $1 at the dollar store, and it only came with like a little maybe 2-foot cord on it, so it was kind of useless unless you're really right by things. So I took a 10-foot USB to micro cord that had kind of frayed at the micro end, cut it off, spliced it together. Now I've got like an 11-foot cord, and I keep this for just to display or to use or keep it by my TV, and for, I don't know, $1 and an old cord that I had, it's a nice solution. Anyway, that's it. Hopefully you learned something, and subscribe to the channel if you liked it. Thumbs up, and have another video here soon. Thanks for your time.